Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everyone. I'm here, you're there. My name's Maggie, and welcome back to my channel. Happy Easter. Um, as you can see, I have no makeup on. We're gonna be doing that, and I'm also gonna be talking about how I've lost the plot to myself. So, this is all exciting, I suppose, for me. Okay, second, guys. I'm so sad. And it's, of course, it's the darkest color. It keeps getting everywhere. So I was literally doing my makeup at work once, and I went like this black, dark brown, really, streak across my face from this stupid eyeshadow. And I love this. I have another one as a backup, but I'm just so upset. Um, it's like one of my favorite, because that's all the colors I use, you know? And I was gonna do like a smoky eye today. It is like 4 p.m. by the way. I literally haven't done anything today. It's beautiful weather though, so I do think I'm gonna go out on a hike after this. I did do my laundry, but there's like, I have a mountain pile of dishes I need to do. So that's something that I'm just like, I've been playing Sims, dude. I've just been playing Sims, farting around. Like I said, I really just like, I feel like I've lost the plot to myself. Okay, so in 2 weeks I have the whole GMAT test, right? Well, May 1st, right? And I'm so nervous about it. I feel like I've been like, not like over preparing, but I'm just like, there's just so much information, and then on top of this, like, I'm staying for so long, right, that I feel like I'm just gonna like doubt myself. And then my life in general, I'm just like, I am a busy woman, busy woman all the time, Sabrina Carpenter, right? So I just don't know. And then on top of that, I haven't lost any weight, and I haven't been taking my medication properly. I keep like and it's a weekly shot, and I keep forgetting to do it, so I've been doing it off. And then I binge ate last night. I don't know, dude. I don't know why. Like, I was like, what? Like, I went through 5 different opening and closing phases of like Uber Eats and like several different restaurants. I was like, I don't need anything. And I was like, okay. Then all of a sudden, like 10 o'clock hit, and I ordered Permani Brothers. And like, I was just like, are you kidding me? Like, I haven't binge ate in probably since last year. Like, I'm talking like December 2024. And I don't even know the last time I binge ate in 2024. So I was just like genuinely upset with myself. And I'm still like living through it. I'm just like, okay, you can't like look this one thing, like, screw you over or whatnot. But like, I'm just really, I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing right now. And I know you guys might thought that what I just did with my face was kind of opposite. First of all, CVS brand. She's on her last leg, but I'm a user. I'm a user. Um, I like to do my eyebrows first because I don't have eyebrows. Y'all saw, I don't have eyebrows. I don't have lashes either. Okay, but and then I like to hydrate everything. But I did get like a pimple here, and I just like popped it with a bobby pin. I know that's real. That's real. That's real something. We've got a couple words for that, don't we? And like my whole room is just messy, and I'm just like, why can't I keep things straight? And I feel like, is this self-loathing? I don't know, probably, but like, I just feel like I'm not. I have so much that I want to do, and I'm just not doing anything because I feel paralyzed if I do something. Does that make sense, dude? I don't, like I said, I just don't know. Um, but okay. But here's what I am going to do today. That is for sure. Is I'm going to get my laundry out of the dryer and bring it upstairs. I'm going to do my mountain of dishes. And then I'm going to go on a nice hike where I have to drive to the place. Because Pittsburgh does have a lot of good hiking spots, but I need some nature, I need some hills, you know? And I know exactly where I'm going to go. And I was going to say, but this probably won't be uploaded, but it's, I'll just show a picture of it. Couple pictures of what I'm doing, you know? And it's a really, I mean, it's a short loop, but I think it's a good, it's got stairs, it's got the waterfall, it's got beauty, it's got nature, you know? It's got a little bit of everything that I need, so. Ooh, excuse me, I don't know if y'all heard that. Oh my god, I was playing The Sims and I, like, was hosting a party and just this loud burping noise was happening. I was like, who the frick is burping? Turns out it was the ghost guest. And this is, I don't know for y'all, but this was the first time I've ever seen something like this. So I think that ghost guest is like something that my Sims met at the beginning, but they didn't like make like a friendship with him or anything. Just kind of like acquaintances. And whenever they learned that he died, like the moodlet just changed to fine. Like literally that was the face. And I was like, what the hell does this mean? And they're like, it doesn't feel one way or another about his death. And I was like, oh, what? So I thought that was kind of funny. I did do my eyes like really 70s Friday. Slept in it and wore it to Saturday to see my brother and family at Ohio State. And because that's how we celebrated our Easter. And then like I drove back here. And that was like the promise that like, oh, I need to get A, B, and C done, but I haven't done A, B, and C. And I'm just like I said, I just feel lost and I feel just like out of control and just like insane. And I'm just like, you gotta bring it back, girl. You gotta bring it back. And like, especially like with getting my master's, my MBA, I'm just like, do I want to? And it's like, I do, but like, why don't I feel motivated right now? I just don't know. I don't know. It's stupid. It's really stupid. And I don't mean stupid as in like I'm dumb or something. I just mean like, why is this like affecting me so greatly to the point where I'm like causing my own spiral? Like on Wednesday, I think it was this week, I listened to this one song 60 times in a row. I don't think that's normal. I think that's a bit manic. I checked my pupils and they were definitely dilated. I was like, got it, got it. And I was like so mad at something. It just, another chunk of the eyeshadow just fell out. Like, I don't even know how it started, but it's like so sad to see. But anyways, well, I guess I do kind of know. Like, I had a dream about like one of my friends and we were married, living together. And it was just kind of like, I was just like, oh my God, like I'm feeling this warmth, this comforting, this person who wants to live, is ambitious, wants to have a career and all this stuff. And, you know, like, you know, someone who wants to share a life with me, right? And like, I'm, you know, in the dream, like, I see a cat tree. I hear two kids coming down to bother us in the bedroom. And I wake up and I'm alone. You know, it's pretty, it's pretty grim, right? And it's like, okay, do I just have a dream about this friend because they're someone that I've known the longest, really? You know, outside of my family. Or do I really, like, is it their security I'm attracted to, you know? Am I attracted to this friend? You know? So many questions. And I mean, I've had these questions for years. Obviously, I've had a boyfriend or a lover or something, you know, but like, now that I would say I'm like truly single and truly like not, I'm talking to people, but no one's like, I'm not loyal, I guess, to anyone. Like, I'm not hanging out with someone. Like, Like in college, I would say I was single, but like I would be seeing guys like every other day, you know, in different ways too. Sometimes hanging out, sometimes sexual, sometimes whatever, you know. So, like, this is the first time where I'm just like, I will go days without seeing someone besides like my coworkers or something, you know, like, or my friends. Like, it'll just be me. So, and like, yeah, like I said, I talk to people, you know, but it's like, it's not like I'm like calling everyone, you know. Um, I'm sorry, I keep looking off screen because I think the spider is awake. And I see all of the webs she's made back there. They look lovely. Just wish they weren't there. Thank you. You know? Okay. Well, gonna continue to live on, I suppose, and do my makeup, but I'm literally doing my makeup, doing the chores that I said, and then going on a hike. I am going outside today. It was Yesterday was nice. It was like high 70s. Um and windy, and like, so I like drove to Columbus, which is like a 3 hour drive, okay? I drove there and back in one day. So 6 hours on the road basically. I did go shopping at Arula because that's the closest one. And it was so okay. Before I like go into this whole spiel about the weather, at the store, okay, so Arula is like the plus size version of Altered State, which I know is very Christian. They probably a store I should be buying from, but heaven forbid a fat girl gets cute clothes, you know? So, I'm doing my eyeliner. um, so I'm like trying things on. I found like 6 dresses. I only bought 2 though, because I was like, I don't need 6. And also my budget was like under $50, you know? So I got these 2 dresses for under 50. Yes, they were in the clearance section. I don't give a fuck, you know? If you looked, okay, the normal prices for dresses, I feel like are like from 80 to like 120. So that fact that I got 2 dresses for like less than $50 is insane, okay? And the woman, or the girl, she was probably young, a lot younger than me, but she was like, oh, what brings you in today, blah blah blah. And I was like, oh, visiting my brother. There's not an Arula around where I am, so this is the closest one. And she's like, oh, where are you from? And I was like, Pittsburgh. And she's like, oh, there's not like an Altered State there. And Altered State's like, you know, the normal size people collection. And I was like, yeah, there is. There's just not an Arula, you know? She's like, oh, okay. And I don't know. It's just, to me, it's just funny because I was like, do I look like I fit, you know? Do I look like I'd fit into an XL? You know? I don't at all, you know? But she was just being nice, I suppose. But I truly wonder how retail used to be before. Like, I feel like, I don't know, used to be a bit more of an experience, and now it's just like the consumer needs to buy something, and not like we care with the consumer needs to buy something. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense to everyone? Okay. What are we doing here? That's something. Eh. And then I have been doing eyeliner under my eyes. And that, look at that. The difference? Slay, mama. Okay, this is always the hardest part for me. It's like having to like copy and paste. Because what the fuck did I do, you know? Like, I don't even know, girl. And I'm the one who just did it. Okay, speaking of men, I could talk about that as like I said, I have lost the plot for sure, and I did have that dream about my friend. And I'll never tell him, like, he probably, I mean, he knows. Like, it's not like I'm someone who's subtle about things. Like, I was not more born to be subtle, It's like, y'all get to hear me. Y'all get to see me. Even if it's in my best condition or my worst, like, y'all will be hearing from me, you know? And some of you won't like it. But anyways, like I said, I've been in love with him for years. I've had a relationship. I've had multiple. And there's always that, like, underlying thing. And my mom does this. She'll be like, if so-and-so walks through the door, would you marry him or the person you're with now? How would y'all take that? It's stupid. Like, why do I... Because that sentence that she asked me always causes me to think. Because I'm just like... When I was dating my last boyfriend, my ex, she'd asked me that in the beginning, like the first 2 years of our relationship. And I always be like, hands down him. Hands down the person who I'm dating, And then the last, like, probably 7 months of our relationship, and it's not like she asks this all the time. Like, I'd say it's like twice a year. But the last 7 months, she did ask me more than twice. And each time I just end up crying and I'd be like, I don't want to marry him. If this is the person he is, like, I can't be with that, And I'd just be like, yeah, I want to marry. I've been wanting to marry him, Because it's always good in the beginning, But, like, I don't know. And my, like, psychotic, delusional self is like, oh, we could make it work. It's a long distance, but we could make it work, But he's definitely, and, like, I'd say we talk on the phone, probably, like, every other day, or play games or something, like, hanging out. And like I said, I always make, like, flirty advances or something like that. That's just who I am. And he'll always just kind of, like, he doesn't really play along, but he doesn't necessarily shrug me off, if that makes sense. So, and, like, here's the thing, though. If he did actually flirt with me back, I'd be like, okay, I have to go, actually. Because that's not allowed. Only I can flirt with you. You're not allowed to flirt with me back. So that's the other dilemma. You know what? I feel like I made so many points in this video that I don't know where the main story was going. I don't even know what the main story was. So sorry. Sorry about that, everyone. Oh, but I did. Google took me, like, not on the highway at all, but, like, kind of, like, on the back highways. The roadways, what are they called? Routes. The routes. Route 22. Route 66, stuff like that. And I like that. That was kind of nice. To be honest. It was kind of nice. I saw the building that's made out, like, not made out of a basket, but looks like a basket. And believe it or not, that was I believe it's MLM company. But the baskets apparently are still, like, really good baskets that are highly coveted. So, I don't know, man. It's kind of crazy because I'm like, I feel like MLMs, like, y'all have the potential to be a real company if the product's good, no? You only do that because the product's shitty. And I just don't understand how, like, well, here's the thing. I think because the Supreme Court ruled that corporations are people, that's why they're allowed to get away with it. But I really think we need to overturn Citizens United. Uh-oh, here comes the politics of today, I mean, we need to do a lot of things. We need to cap credit card interest rates to 10%. We need to also, I think we should cap student loan interest rates to 5%. I know. But here's the thing, like, how much more rich, if you're rich, how much more money do you need to make? like, if you have two houses, why do you need more? If you have like five, why do you need more than like two boats? I'm giving you, I'm giving you that, okay? A lot of bitches would be like, be happy there's food in your fridge, okay? But like, I really just don't, I don't know. I don't get wealth. Wealth comes to me though. Money comes to me, honey, okay? Don't worry, my bills are paid. Did I tell y'all I paid off one of my credit cards? Slay. Slay, mama. And I do have like monthly subscriptions to like various, um, well, actually, one just, I paid that off, so that's done. So I only have one bill that goes automatically on there. But I do think I am going to move my Wi-Fi and electric to be automatically billed to that card, so it all just kind of accumulates. Because I do eventually want to gear up to being on automatic payments, but I do kind of have a problem of control, I guess, and being like, where the hell's my money going, you know? So it has been 20 minutes of me yapping, and I don't even know if I'm making any sense. But I did finish my makeup after I do this eyelash. Maybe I'll do a little lippy for you guys. This is actually a contour stick. Like you just saw. Kind of line the outside. And a little bit at the bottom and top, you know. I think it makes my lips, whoa, makes my lips already like so much more bigger looking. And then I'll re-add the gloss. After I put this eyelash on, I'll show y'all. Wham bam and thank you ma'am. Okay. Lip gloss. Whoa. Like, are you kidding me? I am a Bratz doll. I was not allowed to play with Bratz dolls. My mom thought they were like too much. Like, fair. It's like, honestly. I get it. But, okay. Obviously, I didn't do my hair. This is it naturally dried. I took a shower this morning. I've been like in and out of consciousness too, on top of like not doing anything. I've been napping, playing Sims, doing the laundry. Okay. Once again, I'm gonna reiterate. Claim. Tap to claim, everyone. I'm gonna take the laundry out, bring it upstairs, and then I'm gonna do the dishes, and then I'm gonna get ready for my hike and go on said hike. I'll take pictures because I'm gonna document the evidence. Tap to claim for peace. And then I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna put my laundry away, and I'm gonna study. And that's gonna be my Sunday. Happy Easter, babes.